What I think about the film Love on a Leash, I thought it was a very unique, original piece. I had never seen anything done like that before, where an animal becomes a human, and I was glad to be a part of it. But it was something I had never seen, and I really was glad to be a part of it. I thought it was really good. My agent was using a marketing company. Like, when you're trying to build an acting reel, you kind of try to do student films, and this was a student film through AFI. And my agent got me the job. I mean, the audition, I went, interviewed, and it just seemed interesting, and I got the role. I actually had like one line in the movie Fight Club with Brad Pitt. I actually asked him if I could be next to fight, and he says lose the tie. So that was like a big thing for me. And to be directed by David Fincher was really cool. Working on a low budget film as compared to a high budget film or a big budget film like David Fincher's Fight Club, the process is the same as an actor, but I think the tension is a little bit lower on a low budget film. On a big budget film, you can just feel everyone's running around, we got to do it. With the low budget, it's kind of like, it's more of everyone's closer. We're all just in one room waiting to do our stuff. On the big budget, everyone's separated, and when you get there, then you just start doing it. With the low budget, you've kind of rehearsed it a couple of times. But with the big budget, it's like you just get there and you just do it. There's really no time for, or is this how you want it? It's like, no, this is how we're doing it. What I thought about Jen Ten's directing method, she was really funny. She never really told you anything unless it was wrong. And she would be loud about it. No, that's wrong. It was never like, okay, this is how I want you to do it. This is how I see it. It's like, just do it. And when you're doing it wrong, she'll say, no, that's wrong. She was very blunt and to the point. So then you knew you were doing it wrong or not the way she wanted. What I thought about my role of Frank was actually, I thought it was a lot of fun because he was supposed to be dorky, kind of nerdy, and a little bit overweight. And I mean, I really wasn't any of that, but I mean, to me, it was an opportunity to play it. So my clothes were a little bit bigger. I wore like the pens with the pocket protector. I live at home with my mom. You know, she's dominating and domineering. So to try to get a girl to come over, she had to, you know, approve of it. That was one of my favorite scenes in the movie. I bring a girl over and the mom wants to basically interview her, and I'm like saying not today, but I mean, and I look like a total goober because I mean the pants are really tight, the pocket protector. But the really cool thing about that shot, I just wanted to say, is they shot it through an aquarium. So we're at the dinner table, and I'm a nervous wreck. I mean, in the scene, because the girl's there, my mother's there, and I'm in between them. And I'm just worried about, you know, how my mother's gonna react and if she's gonna, you know, scare this one away too. The way I prepared for this role was to totally, like, just focus on not just the dialogue, but what's actually going on in each scene, and try to get into the mindset of that person. Like, try to think like he thought. Because there was a scene, I don't know if you remember, when he's attracted to the girl, Lisa. He knows where she works. He's pursuing her, pretends he's buying things for a girl, her not really knowing it's for her. So, I mean, that's not something that I would do in real life. So I just tried to think, if this guy was thinking this is his only chance, what could I do to impress her? I want to buy something, you know, that she would like. Obviously, if she picks it out, she's going to like it, but how would I feel doing that? I wouldn't be myself at all. So I just tried to envision going through that. But I think for me, the wardrobe that they provided really helped a lot because it wasn't me at all. Big pants that don't fit, or even the pocket protector, and even just, you know, wearing stuff that's just goofy looking. That really helped. That kind of helped me kind of segue into getting rid of myself, shedding that person, and becoming Frank. As far as spending time on set, I spent the days that I worked, it was usually many hours, like, because we didn't just go and do my scenes. I'd have to be there waiting around, and they'd have to do certain scenes. But I mean, I don't know if I can say this or not, but a lot of places we weren't supposed to be. Like where she worked, we didn't have a permit. So she's standing like at a close rack, acting like she works there, and she doesn't work there. So the real people are like, what are you doing? Like, you're filming someone pretending to work here? Like, you need to leave. But we still kept going. So for me, that was actually funny. But for a director, probably not. Oh, my relationship with the other people on set, we all really clicked. Originally, there was another Lisa, though, before the girl that got cast. She got cast, and she was great. We did rehearsals, but she got another project, and she had to take it. So they re-auditioned the main role, and another girl got it. So it was a lot of fun, but I think sometimes it was tense because just the filming locations, if we weren't supposed to be there. So it just could be a problem. The experiences that I gained from Love on a Leash is you have to be patient all the time, because you realize when you're doing this, like when you show up, it's not just all about you. You have to be considerate of everyone around you. I mean, I'm talking about the whole crew. You can't just get there and say, I'm here and I'm hungry and I want this and I want that. It wasn't that type of a job. Like, it was like, we're all in this together, and when we all fight, and we all fight together, we all work together. So if two people are at odds, it just trickles down for all of us. So when the director got mad, like, because she did a lot, you felt it. So you just tried to back off and just say, I just want to do my job and get through this day. Sorry. The recognition I got from this film over time is obviously today's interview, because as far as I was concerned, I was lucky that I was able to get a copy. I mean, the director never even contacted us. I ran into Lisa, the girl that played Lisa, at the bank, and she had, did you see the movie? I said, I don't even have a copy. I borrowed hers, but she only could let me borrow it for 2 days. So I hurried up and watched it in 2 days, and was able to manage to get my scenes so I could add them to my reel, because I really wanted a couple of the scenes. I didn't do all of them. Like, there's a lot of montage things when we're dating that I didn't get, like riding a bike, walking to the movie theater. I wanted to get the stuff with the dialogue. If I was given this role again, I would take it, because I would be going into it knowing way more than I did. I mean, we're going back, that was 14 years ago. I would totally go back and do it. I would totally go back and do any role, because I really feel like you have a second chance. You could do it a million different ways. You could even play Frank more nerdier or less nerdier. Like, maybe he overcomes being a nerd. Maybe he stands up to his mother, something like that. But the woman that they booked, she was very true to her character. I was actually afraid of her, just because she was a little bit domineering, and like I could feel that. So it really worked. It wasn't like she was even like acting. It was real for me. So, and what I thought of the finished film when I watched it was, it's amazing to me that after everything we went through, just scheduling, and one actor couldn't make this, one actor couldn't make that, the fact that it all came together, and that her script was actually put into a film, I was impressed with the way that it just was actually finally there. So, I mean, I was impressed with that, and I really thought it was done greatly.